Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Earrings Off. We want to invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. You can find us on Facebook at Earrings Off Podcast and on Instagram at The Earrings Off Podcast.
Welcome to Earrings Off. I'm Lou.
And I'm Teresa. Let's get started.
Welcome to today's show. What you're about to hear is tantamount to a blooper reel. Honestly, it's our soft launch on a new platform called Fireside. This will give you a behind-the-scene look at Earrings Off. I can assure you, Fireside is an amazing platform. The technical difficulties that you hear are definitely user errors. And by user error, I mean Lou. It wasn't me. Listen in, and if you want to, I promise you, there's a good show behind it. And if you want to get past, if you're not interested in the behind the scenes, you can fast forward till about, 5 or 10 minutes in to get to the content. It truly is a good show. Enjoy.
Hey Lou, you're gonna need to turn on your video.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Lou?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you're very faint. Am I faint?
Oh, no.
You're very faint. I can hardly hear you. Hi, Jen.
I don't know how to, how can I show my video?
You don't know how to do what, Lou?
I'm trying to figure out how to get my picture up there.
So you click on your icon. Okay, how did I do this? Click on your icon.
Yeah.
And wait, let me see how I turned it on.
Can you ask? Can we ask Jen?
Yes. She's coming on stage now. She's gonna talk. Hi, Jen.
Hello. So if you just can click mute on the wait bot, then you can hear each other
Oh,
better.
thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're trying to figure out how can I get my picture up there, Jen.
So then you're gonna turn on video mode. So Teresa, you can either invite Lou to video mode,
Okay.
or Lou, you can also do it yourself.
Okay.
How do I
don't see
invite
that.
her to video mode? I don't see the option.
Okay, let me.
Do I click her?
Do you
Oh,
actually
I got
see?
it. I got it. I just
Okay.
invited you, Lou.
Okay.
Very good.
There we go. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jen. Okay.
All right, Lou, we're here. Do you want to turn the
Okay.
wait bot? You want to have the wait bot going until folks start coming in?
Yeah, we can do that. I've had a few emails with people asking. Thanks, Jen, for helping us out. I've had a few emails with people asking, having some problems getting in.
Okay. Hi, Woody. Welcome.
Okay. Teresa, is your phone on?
Is it off? Yeah, muted. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Monica. I've watched her show before. Oh, no, don't do that. I don't want to end the show. What did I just do? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to start laughing. All right, Lou, should we go ahead and get started? Even though, should we wait a little while? I don't know what we should do.
Let's give it a minute or so, and then let's just get started.
So, how are you today? We haven't had a chance to really chat.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, good, good, good.
You?
Yeah, a little.
It's all good. It's all good.
All righty, people, come on.
Okay, let's go on and get started since it's 8.
All right. Okay. Welcome to Earrings Off, our first engagement on the Fireside platform.
Woo-hoo! We're excited. This is our soft launch today for us to try things out. So again, we're excited, and want to thank everybody for joining us.
Yes, thank you. So,
Yeah,
you want to tell them who you are?
I'm Lou, co-host of Earrings Off.
And I'm Teresa. So I just received a text message from Jennifer, and she says she's online. She can see and hear us, but we don't see her. I wonder what the problem is, because I don't see her.
Okay. I don't know. And I'm getting text messages.
And Verna and a couple of people are saying they're online, but we don't see them.
So it sounds like
my niece says she can hear us.
They can see and hear it, but they can't. We don't see them.
Yeah, it sounds like your listeners are probably listening, hello, via the URL link. So hi to everybody listening. So basically anybody without the app can watch the show on the URL link, but they have to download the app in order to be in the audience.
Oh, we were told. I thought we read that they could just join from the link, so they would have to download the app. So if you're
in order
listening,
to be in the audience, yeah.
If you're listening and you want to be in the audience, you have to download Fireside app, but it's only on iOS. So if you're on a Android, it's you have to continue to listen from the URL.
Oh, okay.
Okay, very good. Sorry about that. I wish we're working out the kinks. We will get there.
Yes, we are. That's why this is the first show.
So listen,
but thanks for joining us. If you hear us,
we're so excited that you're here supporting us. I want to tell you a little bit about Fireside before we get started. The future of entertainment is now participatory with this app. This platform was founded by Fallon Fatimi and Mark Cuban. So what this app gives you the ability to do is to be part of the show. You help us create, right? So you can respond if you download the app and you listen to us from the app. You can respond by clapping. You can whistle. You can react. There are multiple ways that you can react, and we can also invite you to the stage to participate, and you can comment and participate as part of the conversation. So it appears that I've lost my co-host. Lou, you're muted. Oh, okay. Let me invite you back to the stage. Sorry about that, guys.
Teresa, you probably.
I did not. See, there you go. There.
I am watching.
There you go.
Blaming
me. I did not. So why are you going in and out? You're Lou. For some reason, your video is going in and out.
Can you
I'm
hear
sabotaging you, right? That's what I'm doing. That's me. That's me.
This is all about you.
This is hilarious.
Age.
Honestly, Lou, we're hearing every other of your words. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, we aren't. You're in and out. You're in and out. So, so,
Oh, important stuff to.
so, Lou. So here we go. Here we go. So yeah. So this is so it cannot hear you, and you're in and out. I'm not sure why. What's happening?
Can you help us? Yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening.
We are having some problems because I don't have it on mute.
Okay. So you. Oh, there it goes again. Jan, any ideas about why this is happening? We can't hear you, Lou.
Hi, the only thing I can think of is maybe worth checking your internet connection. It could be that. And maybe, maybe in the meantime, just even going off video and just doing audio if it doesn't seem like it gets better.
Okay.
Or
We can't hear
okay,
you, Lou.
okay. So Teresa, just take me off of video, I guess.
Okay. All right. So here we go. If you're in the audience on the app, please respond and be ready to join the conversation. So Lou, you want to go ahead and get
Can
the
you hear me?
conversation. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Get the
I
conversation
see
started.
Shayla has joined us, so
Thank
thanks
you.
for
Hi,
joining us.
Shayla.
I wanted to talk just share a little bit about Earrings Off. Earrings Off is a podcast, of course. Again, Teresa and I host, and it's a podcast where we talk about women's issues, conversations to empower women and the men who love them. And Teresa and I talked about doing a podcast for years. We just one day we were coming out of a yoga session very early in the morning, and Teresa whipped out her phone and we did a little short video about how great we were feeling after leaving yoga at 6 o'clock in the morning before going to work. And we thought, well, we got the video, so what's next? And so from there, we started planning about Earrings Off. So again, that's a little bit of history for you on our podcast. So thanks for joining us. But Teresa, you know what? It's been very exciting lately. Quite
Yeah.
a bit of excitement with
Yeah.
the confirmation of Justice
Oh yeah.
Ketanji Brown Jackson. How about that? Woo woo!
Woo! Yes.
We,
Yes.
I tell you,
Totally
big,
excited.
yeah, big stuff. Could not be more excited. But Teresa, when they were going down her list of achievements and all that she has accomplished and how she's more than qualified for the role, I was just struck by. I remember how we've done podcasts in the past and blogs
Uh-huh.
about natural hair. And
Mm-hmm.
to see her with natural hair when that sometimes that's such an issue with people being so concerned with what we as African American women do with our hair.
I know.
Remember we did that segment about, I think it was the little girl in Michigan who had her hair in
Oh,
the braids and she was
yeah.
all excited about picture day. And I think her name was Marion Scott. And the little
Yes.
girl went to school and they wouldn't let her take her picture.
Yes, I do
And
remember.
of
Mhm.
course, we talked about that, and thankfully, there was a photographer who gave her a photo shoot, and the community rallied around her, but it was a big mess. And
It
of
was.
course, we also talked about Gabrielle Union because she shared that when she was on that show, America's Got Talent,
Oh
that
yeah.
there was a there was a big issue with her wearing her hair in a natural style. So to see this very accomplished woman being appointed and wearing natural hair, while some people may think that's nothing, believe me, that's a very big deal.
What was even bigger to me was that it wasn't mentioned. I didn't
Wow.
see it in any media about her
Okay.
hair, which is a blessing, you know?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
very pleased not to have that be an issue. There were many
Yeah.
issues that I thought folks, paid way too much attention to that weren't
Yeah. But
should
you
not
mean
have
you were
been
glad
relevant,
that
but they did not bring that up.
but you mean you were
But Lou,
glad that it didn't come
part
out as a negative. You were glad that it
yes,
didn't come out
absolutely.
as a negative. Right, right, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Lou, but one thing I want to share with you, you mentioned mostly women. This
Mm.
also, impacts men as well. There was a young boy, high school graduate, who was a straight A
Yeah.
student at a school in Florida,
Yeah.
and he had locks the whole time. But when
Yeah.
it was time for March for graduation, he was told he had to cut them. He had
Yeah.
to cut them all off or make them shorter. And
Right.
his mom started a change.org petition, and the
Right.
school apologized and allowed him to graduate.
Yeah. And
I mean,
see, you
because
know
what does
what?
it
I
matter?
mean, well, that's what I was about to say. You and I have talked about our natural hair journey, and it's not to pit women against each other. We don't care. I mean, I've worn my hair straight. There's no guarantee I won't go back to perms. It's whatever works with my lifestyle. But for me at this point, it's just easier with my schedule. But to continue to see that being such an issue, but I did see one little tidbit that I wanted to share
What's
that
that?
about the confirmation of Justice Jackson
Yeah.
after the vote was taken and Justice Jackson was confirmed. The cameras caught the Vice President Kamala Harris speaking with the only two Democratic senators in the Senate, Senator Cory Booker and Senator Warnock from your home state.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham is mine, but we won't talk about that. But anyway, Vice President Harris, she opened a folder and gave them each a page of her vice presidential stationery. She asked
Mm.
them to write a letter to a young Black woman to commemorate this historic day of Justice Jackson's confirmation. Now, the
Okay.
letter that Senator Warnock from Georgia wrote to his daughter stated that on that day, the Senate just confirmed the first Black woman to the Supreme Court. He added, "She looks like you with hair like yours." He
Oh
told
wow.
his daughter, "You can be anything and achieve anything you set your heart to do."
Oh wow.
So,
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So it's just
Awesome.
when we think it's not significant, it is when young girls see people that look like them and that are achieving in different arenas. So that
That
was
is.
some good stuff. Yeah. Another big thing that happened recently, Teresa, get ready. The women's basketball championship, the
You know,
South Carolina Gamecocks. I was watching every game.
so you'd also know that I'm not as big of a sports fan as you. But this
I
is
know.
one that I had no choice but to participate in, as my daughter feels like that is the best team in the world. So
She's so
she
smart, and I love her so. She's so smart.
she's been following them forever, and even though she was away at school, we had to be tuned into the game, watching it with her from
Yeah,
from afar. So it
yeah.
was a great game. It was a
It
great
was.
game.
And what I found great about it was that there were, I think, almost 5 million viewers.
Oh
And
yeah.
that game was watched more than many college football games this year. And it had
Yeah.
the highest number of viewers for the last 18 years. And now for me, it was on at the same time as the Oscars. So when I was watching Carolina, but I would flip back to just check because I felt like Will Smith might win for Sir Richard. And so I was trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Won't talk about that. Actually, I missed a lot. But, when I saw those games and that the arenas were sold out, the women's basketball games, it just made me think about how far sports have come with women and how finally they're getting some recognition and the field is being equaled a bit and they're placing more resources because I had a conversation with somebody that said, but they still, I like to watch the women's game, but I love the men. And I said to them, if they start putting more money and they're getting them the same kind of resources and exposing them to similar experiences, the games are going to just improve. The arenas are just going to be continue to be filled, and women are going to get even more opportunities. So I watched games where they were referees, there were anchors calling the game.
Yes. Yeah.
It was just a magnificent sight to see. So I was
So,
excited
so
about
Lou,
all of it.
do you want to share a little bit about your dream job?
My dream, okay, I don't need much prompting. My dream job, if I were to die and I got to do just what I wanted to do, it would be to be a sports anchor. That's all I want. I just want to be around sports and get in free and have a VIP pass and let me just be around that. That's my dream job. I'm
I
serious.
know.
It really,
Yeah.
well, because I'm just impressed with athletes and their commitment. I
Oh
got to see
gosh.
it up hand a bit well, you see it with your daughter. She's an athlete.
Yeah.
But to see that commitment and them, still being able to manage to be in school with all the demands on their time. And yeah, I
That's
love the
right.
whole thing.
That's right. That's
I
right.
really,
Okay, Lou.
mhm.
That that is you're right. I'm excited about, I'm excited about where we're going with women's sports and
Yeah, it's great stuff.
them finally getting some recognition that they so deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Teresa and I are just going to have to offer an apology. We didn't send. We're learning this. This is our
Yes.
first show, and we will be on at least every month, the second Tuesday, at 8 p.m. So we
Right.
will be proactive and get the right link and the right information so that we will be ready for our May show. And want to share, you don't want to miss that one because on that show, we're going to have Rashana Price. She's known as the giver of awesomeness. Rashana is an author, coach, speaker, and radio personality. So please put that date on your calendar. I believe that's May 10th at 8 p.m. I can assure you, Teresa and I are going to be working hard to try to bring you great information and some wonderful guests for you to hear on
That's right.
Fireside. So we are excited about this opportunity. But Teresa, so this is another thing. It sort of ties in to the thing about the conversation about women in sports and basketball. I saw another little thing in the news about Chad Kemple. Now listen at this. He earned 2 records pushing his quintuplets through a 10K race and a marathon.
What?
When I saw that, I just thought, how I struggle with even walking the marathon. And he actually ran it, pushing his kids. And he entered the races as a way
Quintuplets?
to celebrate. Yeah. He entered the races as a way to celebrate his children's first birthday. But
Oh.
he kept up the tradition as they have gotten older. So he actually pushes them through this whole race. And he has both boys and girls. So the girls were actually being pushed along while he was running. Now, that seems like it's nothing inconsequential, but to me, it says a lot because I don't want to upset any moms in the audience, but I have to tell you, when I think about women's sports, and I think about them a lot, Teresa, because you have to put up with it. They've been positively impacted by the men who encourage and support their daughters.
That's right.
The dads,
That's right.
the dads, you know that with your daughters, the dads who hang out with them and
Right.
they role model setting and achieving goals. The dads who don't exclude them when they're in environments that maybe have been held back from girls, or girls have been discouraged from participating in. To me, these dads, they sort of share the hero status with the mom, because the dads, they have a non-negotiable presence when it comes to their daughters. They do not put limits on them, and they do not allow others to put limits on their children. And so I think as a result of that, young girls are being exposed to more and not being labeled anything negative when they like sports, or they like math, or they like science, So
Yeah.
I like seeing that article.
Yeah, Lou, that's a great story, and he also must be quite an athlete to be able to do that. Like you
Teresa,
said.
when I saw that, I mean, I was like, really? Because you and I have walked a couple of marathons, and it's
No, we haven't. We have not done a marathon, Lou. We did
okay. What did we
10K.
do? The 10K. Okay, sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. No marathon. Teresa will not let me get it. She will not. She does not want me to be great. Okay, no marathon. The 10K.
I'm sorry.
But I struggle with that. Oh, Tashonda, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
But can you imagine doing something like that and you're pushing?
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I tell you.
I just can't imagine. That is something. Kudos to that.
Yeah.
You guys,
but Teresa, think about it, even with your daughters. I mean, that it has to have an impact when you have a male figure, be it a dad, or uncle, whomever, your neighbor, that encourages you to push these limits. And,
right.
I think that's been a very big positive.
So you're right, because, well, in the case of my daughters, they had, of course, their dad participated in sports through college, right?
Yeah.
He did track and football until I think he got hit as a college player, and he gave up football and ran track. So, but they had that as an example. Plus, I played tennis, and that was a sport that we took up together as a family. And so consequently, one was a very good softball player. Chose not to play it in college, but did very well in the high school ranks, and was even ranked in her position. I think it was second base or something. Yeah. And then the younger one running track through college. Yeah. So yeah.
See, when I hear about that though, it's good, but then it just brings back such bad memories for me. I was always
bad memories.
Because I was the one they didn't pick. They picked last. They tried to pretend that they didn't know I wanted to play. I mean, it was just so hard. I love sports, but I don't have any athletic ability. And so it just brings it all back. Me standing in the line and them just bypassing everybody. I mean, going to anybody, but without picking me.
I'm laughing with you, but I tell you this on our show. I learn something new about you every time.
Was that new?
That's quite telling. That's quite telling.
I had no idea. And you know what? And it's sad, but it's so true. It's so true.
We're going to dive a little deeper into that. We're going to dive a little deeper into that after the show. Okay? So in
Well,
case you guys are wondering, we this part what'd you say, Lou?
I think that's why I celebrate women athletes so, because I just remember the trauma that I suffered.
Okay.
You
All
know?
righty.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All
Well,
right. Okay. I hear you,
Teresa,
sis.
Teresa,
Okay, sis.
it's hard when nobody picks you to play dodgeball. Who the heck can't play dodgeball? You just avoid the ball. They wouldn't even pick me for that.
That's right.
That's a sad, sad life, Teresa. Sad life.
We are really going to have to talk a little bit more about that. So, in case you're wondering, guys, this segment of our show is about people who have done good deeds. So, Lou shared the story about the father who pushed his quintuplets.
Well, before we go there, though, I want to just share. Let's share about somebody who didn't do a good deed, and that was Teresa, who managed to do the show, but you can't see me live, but don't worry about it, folks. We will get it fixed. I believe it was intentional. I can't prove it because she knows I'm not savvy enough, and she is always messing with me like this, people. She is. First, I wasn't picked for dodgeball, and now my life is like this with Teresa. I can't even breathe. Okay, go on, Teresa.
I promise you, friend.
Liar.
No. So let's talk about hey, I'm going to chip in on that therapy. Let's just say. Okay. Let's talk about Thomas Mayfield, right?
Okay.
Thomas Mayfield is a middle school teacher in Texas. So what's special about Thomas is that, well, to start, he teaches kids who are, from families, broken homes, single parents, not financially stable. And these kids have self-esteem issues. And this guy is a math teacher. And so quite often he heard from almost all of his students, I can't do math. I don't like math. Math isn't for me. So he was determined to fix his problem. So what he did was he brought rap music into the classroom. Well, what he took lyrics, he took the tunes from popular rap songs and changed the words to teach math. And this made an incredible difference in his classroom. And together, he and those kids made music, and they would post the videos, and they went viral. And so his students, not only did their self-esteem improve, but none of his students missed school anymore. They all came to school, and they improved not in just his classroom, but in all subjects, because it helped them and it improved their confidence. But get this is the biggest thing. Because those videos went viral, other teachers saw them. And so they engaged Mr. Mayfield to create songs for their classes, not specifically math even, and not even the genre of rap, other genres of music. And so around the world today, students are learning and gaining confidence because of Mr. Mayfield.
Well,
we should give him a round of applause.
Yes, Mr. Mayfield is to be applauded. But you know what though, when you were talking about Mr. Mayfield, that too brought back a bit of trauma. I did not do well in elementary school, and I struggled with it. And I remember the vivid memory of me being at the board working on a problem, and my best buddy, who was a whiz at math, was feeding me the numbers. And when the teacher, Mr. Hubbard, asked me how did I get the number, I froze. I said Teresa gave it to me. Her name, and she did, because Lord knows I couldn't explain how I got it.
Lou, hold on now. Was that a slip? Was it Teresa? Her name was Teresa?
Yes. Her name was Teresa. Do you think you're the only Teresa? How grand do you think you are?
Of course.
Really? Okay.
Again, I'm learning something new about you. I didn't I
That's a true
didn't
story.
think I don't know. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to break some things down, right? So I want to
Yeah.
hear. I want to hear. Is there, Jen, or and please forgive me if I mispronounce your name, to Chandra? Would either of you like to come to the stage to share um a trauma? No, I'm kidding. A good deed, a good deed, or any thoughts on what we've shared about so far?
Or you can come and talk about how you agree with me that Teresa has somehow managed for me not to get any kind of attention on the first
No,
broadcast.
Bill.
Lucky
No,
for
Bill. You're
me,
getting
I am,
married.
my ego is okay. You know what? It's all right. But you're welcome to the stage, like Teresa said. Not that I actually have the capability to bring you on the stage, but if I did, I would. But anyway, you're welcome. The other story I had, Teresa, was,
Okay.
that I saw. Really, there was a report that came out recently which noted that as the pandemic got worse,
Uh-huh.
Americans donated more money than they ever have in recent times.
Is that right?
Even, yeah, yeah, giving was way up. And so, what that said to me was that in such hard times, and all of us were going through it, certainly at different levels, but nobody was unaffected by it. But
Uh-huh.
people cared enough to look out for each other and to dig deeper, like I said, and to be charitable. So I was just encouraged by that, especially with so much going on. So
Right.
that
That
was
gives
just
me
a
hope,
positive.
you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah, that
saying is
gives me hope.
because you hear so many negative things, but
Yeah.
here we like to provide information, but we also like to hear about the good stuff, the ways that we support each other. So
That's
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
All
So
right. So I have another keeping in line with teachers, right?
uh-huh.
So there's a family foundation, the Milken Family
Oh yeah,
Foundation.
yeah. Hmm.
You've heard of them, Lil?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the awards, they give out these awards, 2,800 of them each year. And the awards have been called the Oscars of teaching. So 2,800 unsuspecting good teachers, not just
Hmm.
teachers, but education professionals. So it can be
Okay.
principals, whatever,
Yeah.
any educator, professional educator. They're awarded to teachers who have inspired excellence in the world of education. Excellence. This award has been around for a really really long time, but what made it so special, and the reason it caught my attention, is because they this article that I read was all about teachers who had gone above and beyond during COVID to ensure that their students didn't get left behind.
Mm. Hmm.
Isn't that
Hmm.
amazing? They had to
Yeah.
pivot in how they delivered instruction. They had to actually visit school, visit the students at home. There was even some talk about some lady who converted her garage into a library. It
Mm.
was
Hmm.
amazing, some amazing stories. But anyway,
Yeah.
$25,000 is what they're awarded, plus their
Hmm.
school gets some sort of a surprise. And I wanted to just say hats off and give a hand clap to the Milken family for them starting that foundation. I think it's a great, great,
Yeah.
great, great thing that they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. That is good stuff. And hats off to the teachers who are so creative and care so much that they are continuing to do such a great job in these
Yep.
times. So hats off
Yep.
to them.
Yep.
But again, this is our first show on Fireside. We are excited about the collaboration and what's ahead. Um, And don't forget, we will be on at least once a month, second Tuesday of every month at 8 p.m. Again, our first guest, I guess Teresa will let her be on video. We'll see if she'll actually get to see. But Shauna Price will be on, and we'll hopefully you'll be able to see her, even if you're not able to see me. So that's
Lou,
what we
stop
have
it.
for you. That's what Teresa, I know you did that intentionally, but anyway, I'm
No,
gonna let
I
it go.
did not.
But that's it for us here at Earrings Off. Teresa, do you have anything else to add? Thank you all. And again, our apologies to anyone that could not get on. We're going to work on it, get it straight. Thanks so much for joining us and just caring enough to take time out of your schedule. And as always, if you've got any show ideas or things you want us to look into, please contact us at Earrings Off, because we are always working to try to get you solid information to help improve your lives.
That's right.
Again,
that email address is earringsoff@gmail.com.
Thanks so much. And so, Teresa, since you're on video, you want to say your goodbye?
Thank you for joining, and we will see you guys next month.
All right. Take good care.
Bye-bye. Take good care. Oh, thank you so much.